Isn't that pretty? Goodness, that's a lovely looking place. I think I'll take a selfie. Look at this. This is really, really epic, isn't it? It looks so grand and interesting. I expect that you like it when you go out into the countryside and get to scramble around on old ruins and old buildings like this. But did you know that going out into looking at the countryside is a pretty modern thing to do? And I expect that you enjoy taking pictures as well. But have you taken any cool selfies recently? Places that look really cool, really interesting, like this, that are great spots for a picture, are called picturesque. And now, in the past, people didn't have phones or cameras that they could take their pictures. Instead, they used to draw or paint pictures when they visited places. And this year is the 250th anniversary of the invention of tourism, when people used to start going out to paint pictures and draw things that people thought were interesting and wonderful places to visit. And so that's you and me, people like you and me, have only been making special trips to visit these sorts of places really since 1770. And it's all down to really one man. And this man is called William Gilpin. This is William, and he used to be a schoolmaster in Cheam. And you probably know the building where he used to be a school teacher, because he used to be Cheam School. And this building you can see here, that's Cheam's. That's Whitehall in Cheam, and you can go and visit it once the need for all of us to stay at home, protect the NHS, and save lives has passed, and we can go out and visit places again like that. So you can go and visit Whitehall, where William used to be schoolmaster. I know it because William, the person who owned the school, was the rector of Sutton, who was a man called James Sanksay, and William Gilpin used to know Sutton very, very well, and sometimes took services at St. Nicholas in Sutton. But William just loved the countryside, and he would wander around seeing things that delighted his eye, and when he saw that, he would exclaim, "How picturesque!" And he would draw a picture. And the wilder, the more rugged, the more magnificent the landscape, the more he loved it. And if you saw ruined castles in the distance, as you can see here, he loved it as well. The more ruinous, the better for him. And each time he saw something, he would exclaim, and that he saw something that he really liked, he would exclaim, "How picturesque!" And he was so enthusiastic about it, he wrote lots and lots of books. And as he took these tours, he drew pictures, and he included the pictures in the tours that he took, and he published the books, and people started to buy them and really started to take note, and they started to go out and visit the places that he wrote and drew pictures of. And so William became really quite famous, but people sometimes started to make fun of him, and he got a nickname, and that nickname was Dr. Syntax, because he was a school teacher. And they drew more and more rather cruel cartoons of Dr. Syntax. But in 1770, William took a tour of this place. This is the River Wye, and he wrote a book about it that changed the way in which people in this country and all over the world started to look at the places that surrounded them. So his book heralded the birth of British tourism, and this William schoolmaster from Cheam was a pioneer in the way in which we appreciate the landscape that surrounds us, and the wildlife and the plants and the trees and the beauty that is everywhere. And his ideas led much later to the idea that we should protect the countryside as a special place, that we should set aside areas of outstanding natural beauty And his ideas ultimately led to places like the national parks. So next time you take a selfie in a really cool place or a building, just think, the reason that you think this is great is because William changed the way that everyone saw the world. Thank you for listening. Your history, Sutton.